Hi, so we are at the artist's Will Shannon's Workbench, which is ideal for bike maintenance and just sheltering from the rain. Today, Tom and I are going to go through how to maintain your bike. We have 3 pointers that we think every cyclist or person that just rides their bike for fun should know to help them enjoy cycling more. So, the first item is a lock. So you want to keep your bike, and over the last 5 years I've had 2 bikes stolen, and that's because I didn't use a D-lock. So a good solid D-lock is thoroughly recommended. The next item, tyre removal tools for when you get a puncture. These are very cheap, you can purchase them from Halfords, Wilko, online, pretty much anywhere. Make sure you know how to use them, so practice at home when you get them. Along the same lines, you need a spare inner tube. I would carry 2 on you because you've got 2 wheels and you never know how many punctures you're going to get. And a good pump. Again, make yourself familiar with these items so that you can use them in the event of a puncture on the road. Another very handy tool is the multi-tool. This has a screwdriver, Phillips and flathead and a multitude of Allen keys. And this usually is enough to adjust your brakes, be able to adjust your gears and tighten some of the bolts on there if you were to need that. And then the last item are a good set of working lights. As long as you make sure they're charged up, they don't have to be particularly expensive, just so that you're seen. So it's not to see, it's to be seen.
We're going to firstly pop that quick release and undo it. And then we should be able to simply pull your wheel out. Okay, next stage is we want to take this tyre off. So we're going to grab 2 tyre levers. We're going to literally clip them under the tyre, 1, and again, do number 2. Then we're going to run one of them round the wheel. Okay. Now we have that tyre loosened on one side, we're going to go round to this valve and we're going to get the inner tube from inside. We're going to push on the valve to get it out through there. Then that inner tube should just come out like that. We would check round the rim quickly to check that there's nothing that has pierced that inner tube deliberately. Then we'd get our new tube. So we want to inflate it a bit first to make sure that we don't get a pinch flat. Straight in through the valve again. Run that round the side of the tyre that's out. Then we're going to run our hands round the edge of that tyre back into the inside of that rim. Now for the last bit, you may need to use some tyre levers. You literally clip them under again. Perfect. So now we have it on, we are going to put it back. You want your quick release on the side that is not your chain side, and on this, it should be on the same side at both ends of the bike. We're going to push through the brakes straight back into the frame. Then we are going to tighten it up. Now we are going to pump up the tyre. It's important not to inflate it first, otherwise you won't get it through the brakes. And we're going to pump it up. Perfect, and we're done.
So the next area of the bike that I want to bring your attention to are your brakes. So you want to make sure that these are not rubbing and that they're the correct tension so that you can safely stop. So your rear brake is controlled by your left shifter. And you want to make sure that your brakes are not rubbing. If they are indeed too close, you can undo this bolt and you can see that alters the width that your brake pads are away from your wheel. So you want to make sure that you have a good 1/2 centimetre away from the actual wheel so that your wheel can flex and they're not rubbing whilst you're going along. So grip your brake caliper, check both sides, and when you're happy, give the cable a good tug and just pinch that bolt back on. Making sure it's finger tight. There, that'll do. The last thing to do is to check that the brake crimps, and it does, and I'm happy with that.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found those pointers useful. Feel free to come and use the bench at any time.